Hi guys! Welcome to my channel, my name is Angus and today we are going to watch the original Jumanji for the very first time. So, Jumanji. And we are back with another movie reaction here on this channel, and this time we are going back to the 90s, to the original Jumanji movie. Of course, these days the newer ones are more prevalent than the original one, but the original one is a movie that I always wanted to watch, although I don't know much about it. I know that Robin Williams is in it, and I know that it is about some kind of game that is very, let's say, immersive. But apart from that, I have no real idea what I have to expect. I guess some kind of action, adventure, fantasy movie with, quite a lot of humor in it. With Robin Williams. I know, of course, that Robin Williams also did some very serious acting and very good acting, of course. But I guess this is a more light-hearted movie. At least this is what I think it is. But apart from that, as I said, I always wanted to watch the movie, never came around to do it, but now is the time. The newer movies are also on my list, but I want to watch this movie, the original movie first, and then the newer ones to also have some kind of reference, from where it all came and how it developed or how they changed it, how they developed their own thing or what stayed the same. So yeah, that is my first look at Jumanji, and as I said, there's not much more I can say. And therefore, I would say let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump right into the movie. Have fun. What did they bury there? Is it a game? I mean, probably. Seems not to be a nice thing. They are so keen on getting rid of it.
Hey, Frank.
And I guess this boy is going to dig it up. Oh, General Angus Parish. With a name like this, he can only be a good guy.
And I got an appointment this afternoon with your father to show him this. Go ahead, take it. So what do you think? Do you think he'll like it?
Well, it certainly looks pretty cool. I mean, the design is not far off from some other basketball shoes that came later.
Dad, can I have a ride home?
Alan, is Billy Jessup picking on you again?
No, of course not.
Son, you're gonna have to face him sooner or later. Look, if you're afraid of something, you've got to stand and face it.
Mm-hmm. Stand, face it, and let yourself get beaten by these bullies.
Just because you're a Parish doesn't mean you can hang around with my girlfriend.
We're just friends.
Not anymore.
Cool. But it's certainly he's a nice guy, deciding, with who his girlfriend is hanging around and not, Friends or not, that doesn't matter. He will go far in life. Yeah. Well, I guess this is the exact same place. They buried the box 100 years ago. and everybody just went home. Not probably lunch. But it's also pretty noticeable, It seemed pretty busy around there, but nobody cared to just, to maybe stop them from beating him. But I guess not their business. Oh, yeah, okay. So that is the game. Okay, not everybody went home, only most of them. But yeah, it seems his father is the most powerful man in the town. Ancestor of this general, not ancestor, but related to the general with a big name. Then here's the shoe company, then in this house, and the other boy said, even if you are a Parish, so that means something.
Alan, are you home?
Okay, that is a little bit unsettling.
I have decided that you're ready to go to the Cliffside School for Boys. There.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
Yay, I guess?
I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for my years there.
I
Maybe
don't know
I
if
don't wanna
that's
be who
a good
you are.
thing.
Maybe I don't even want to be a Parish.
You won't be. Not till you start acting like one. Get your coat.
What is acting like a parish exactly? Is it, you know, being cold?
And I don't want to hear another word about it!
You won't! I'm never talking to you again!
Happy family life. For the win.
Talk about this some other time.
What was that?
You heard it too?
Oh, they can hear it. Okay, I thought it was just, you know, some something for us, the audience, but okay. That's also quite unsettling, you know, to hear something like that every now and then.
Better run. These winged things are not much fun.
Giant bats. Vampires.
What was that?
Set flying things.
Jungle, you must wait until the dice read 5 or 8.
Okay, and he's going to be thrown into a jungle now? Okay. That is quite creepy, yeah? Ugh. Although it's not a bad effect, I have to say, for 1995. Come on, pull yourself together, girl. Come on, roll! So Alan can get out of this. Yeah, so much for that. 26 years later, holy fuck. Well, that is definitely not good. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks girl for not rolling the dice. So this is 1995 now. Huh. Oh, and this is the boy from E.T., isn't it? Is it? I'm not quite sure, really. And that is a young Kirsten Dunst. Okay, so I guess these kids are going to find the game. Hope it goes better than the last time.
Any minute. You guys still have your house keys?
Okay, she doesn't hear
You
it.
guys listening to me?
So,
Hello?
only children are able to hear it? I mean, it would make sense because we saw it before in 1869 when they were burying the box. These were very young guys, and now these two, and before Alan and the girl, I don't know what her name is. I forgot it. So it seems, yeah, that only children are able to hear this, which makes it even more unsettling, I would say.
It's gotta be microchips or something.
Sure. Magnetized microchips. Okay, now you have 4 players here. Potentially.
A tiny bite can make you itch, make you sneeze, make you twitch.
Ah. Oh. Well, that is way more unsettling than bats, I would say. I mean, look how big these are. Okay, well, that was relatively mild. I mean, how many were there? 3? Compared to about 20 bats last time.
This will not be an easy mission. Monkeys slow the expedition.
Okay. Monkeys, I assume. Uh-huh. Well, it's only the kitchen. Just close the door and forget about it. Oh. Well, yeah. That, on the other hand, doesn't look that good.
Adventurers beware. Do not begin unless you intend to finish.
Uh-huh.
The exciting consequences of the game will vanish only when a player has reached Jumanji and called out its name.
The monkeys are gone.
Good.
Yeah, from this place. But they're still there, right?
He likes your taste. Your party better move post-haste.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, what did I just say? Potentially life-threatening?
Someone's in here.
Yeah, a fucking lion. It seems.
It's not real, Peter.
Of course, just like the monkeys and the mosquitoes. Hi, there he is. Okay. Is he Alan from 26 years ago? And he got out because they started playing? What can I say? I just love Robin Williams. But I guess now he is a true Parish, you know? Battle-hardened, surviving in the wild, in the jungle, for over 2 decades.
Somebody roll a 5 or an 8.
Oh, right. Exactly. That's it. Don't worry, he's the nice, strange man from the jungle.
Alan Parish?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Alan
Live
perished
here now.
26 years before.
Where's my mom and dad?
We don't know.
It's a question. Are they dead? Are they still alive? Close call.
Get down off of my...
He's the one who was working at the factory.
What year is it?
1995, remember?
Oh, that's the meme. Of course, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's vegetarian.
Get out of there!
Yeah, try not to act too much like a crazy person.
Hey, wait a minute! Where are you going?
To find my parents!
Okay. But if they are going to play and finish this game of Jumanji, and everything goes back to how it was, or everything of that the game did perishes, no pun intended, then does that mean that he will also go back to being young in 1969 and everything will be undone? You know, when everything will go back to the status quo of the beginning of the movie. That is the question.
Why would they close Parish shoes?
When his kid ran away, Sam put everything he had into trying to find him. His time, his money, everything.
Okay.
After a while, he stopped coming to work.
Okay, so... yeah. There you have the truth, and that is why you have to go back. Okay. Damn it. Both died. Same year? That is... tragic story.
I know you're upset and all, but I kind of feel we should finish the game.
We? Why do you need me?
Well, just in case any other scary stuff comes out. Plus, there's a lion in my aunt's bedroom. What am I supposed to do about it?
Plus, maybe all of this you can make all of this go away.
What came out of the game before me?
There was a lion, a bunch of monkeys, and,
Freaking big mosquitoes.
Hey, he can't get us in here. He can't get through the glass. We're safe. Either one of you know how to drive?
Thank you for your expertise, Alan.
Oh, wait a minute. What the? Wait.
Yep. Perfect. We don't need that anyway. Oh my god. Would be a wonder. It would be a miracle if they make it. But yeah, as I thought, everything is still around and they won't go away until you finish the game. I mean, of course you see that it's not real, but it is a pretty nice practical effect with the line here.
What happened to you? You shaved with a piece of glass?
What happened to you? The Clampetts have a yard sale? What do you want? I've never shaved before.
Yeah. Thought the same. I mean, he doesn't have much experience there.
Come on, Judy. He's not gonna help us. He's afraid.
What did you say?
Nobody calls me chicken.
I've seen things you've only seen in your nightmares. Things you can't even imagine. There are things that hunt you in the night. Then something screams. Then you hear them eating. And you hope to God that you're not dessert.
I said it. I mean, Robin Williams is a great actor. I mean, he has, of course, the comedic chops of legend, but also the acting chops, really.
You're gonna help us?
I'll watch. I'm not afraid.
But if there are now 4 potential players in the game, and everything is set up for players, does that mean they have to roll dices for 4 players and wait until one finishes? I mean, that only prolongs the game for much longer.
I'll try it again.
Okay. The figure is personalized? The pieces?
Alan, it's not working.
So does that mean he has to play and the girl from before also has to play? So they have to find her first and get her there so she can play? Well, that makes things complicated.
It's not my turn.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Your friend's turn, who abandoned you back in the day.
Sarah Whittle.
Okay. Hey Sarah, remember me? I'm Alan from 26 years ago, and you remember the game we played? You have to come and play. Let's see how that will go.
26 years ago, you played a game with a little boy down the street.
How do you know that?
Because he is the little boy.
Who's that little boy, Sarah?
Oh, and there she goes. It was a happy little accident.
That event we've been discussing for a long time now, the one that didn't really happen. Oh boy, I'm having an episode here today with a little boy that didn't really disappear. I'm sitting in the living room.
26 years of therapy down the drain. That is not good for her. The thing is, even if she rolled the dice and did not get a 5 or 8, then how was he supposed to roll the dice, you know, in the jungle? Wouldn't that have just mean that he would be in the jungle either way for the next 26 years? It was just something I thought about.
Play the game, Sarah.
Well, abducted and made to play a game you don't want to play.
Thank you, Alan.
That's Squid Game.
Oh my God! How could you do that?
Alan, you asshole.
They grow much faster than bamboo. Take care or they'll come after you.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh God. Tell me this isn't happening.
Oh, it is.
But how do you fight this? Does it just mean, just throw the dice the next turn? Roll the dice as fast as possible? Chuck. Oh. The shop of horrors. Feed me, Alan.
Sorry, Angus.
Well, no problem. You can use it. Well, that was a nice start, wasn't it? You're not getting out of here, Sarah. Not until we finish the game.
Well, it is for me. You are not in the jungle anymore. Stop this. You don't treat people like this.
I mean, you seriously shouldn't treat people like this. But yeah, you don't argue with a man who was in the jungle for 26 years and wields a saber. I guess.
Alan, please. Last time I played this game, it ruined my life.
Ruined your life.
It ruined your life?
Yeah. What about his life?
I was a little girl, Alan. You disappeared, and a bunch of bats surrounded me and chased me down the street. I was afraid.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame her. No, can't really blame her, but you also can't blame him now that he wants this to end.
A hunter from the darkest wild. Makes you feel just like a child.
Okay.
What is it?
What is that now? Van Pelt? Okay! Oh, it's a real hunter. Holy shit. And it's the same actor who plays his father. Talking about traumatic, Phew. Now the police guy would come in handy, I'd say.
Gonna get your hands in the air!
Yeah, not with this guy. And his endless ammunition in this rifle. Does he have enough ammunition to reload, or is he gone now? Okay, well, get Alan back there.
He's a hunter. He kills things. That's what he does. And right now, he wants to hunt me and kill me, okay?
Why you?
Why me? I don't know. Everything about me he finds offensive. You think it'd be a waste of his time.
Because he is a reflection of your father, it seems. You know, not only how he looks like. Let's put it like this. He thinks that this is how his father saw him 26 years ago, probably.
Don't be fooled, it isn't thunder. Staying put would be a blunder.
Okay, then you should just stand up and run. Is it an earthquake?
Run!
It's a stampede!
Okay.
It's a game!
Okay, a frickin' stampede of rhinos. Nice. Uh-huh. Oh, and an elephant. Yeah, we needed that. Zebras. Yeah. Okay, pelicans. Uh-huh. Hello. No, don't eat the game. Aw. Ah, god damn it.
Why didn't you grab the game, Peter?
Just ignore him, honey. He's a Libra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the explanation for everything.
What can I do for you?
What gross are these?
You know they stopped making these in 1903.
Oh no, don't give him something more advanced and deadly.
Now anyone asks, you didn't get this here.
Okay, of course.
You're not a postal worker, are you?
Not quite. Not quite. And now he also has a silencer, it seems. Cool. Well, not bad. Okay, let's hope the branch won't break. Is he reminded of his own cowardice? Alleged cowardice back in the day?
Nice work. Come on, give me the game. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. I guess, yeah, it's because he's kind of jealous of his braveness.
I suggest you all go home now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's a problem.
Now how are we supposed to finish the game?
We can't. We can't finish it without him.
Let's go to jail and play there. You know, visiting hours.
You tried to cheat?
No, I tried to drop the dice so they land on 12.
Oh.
That would be cheating.
Yeah, well, you don't cheat in this game, obviously.
Look at your hands!
Okay. Is he becoming an ape? You know, go back more than your token? Hmm. What does it mean you can't stop them?
What is this?
You can't shoot them. You don't want to shoot them, but you could.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
That my father fired you. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a shocker, isn't it? Oh, and here they come, yeah? Isn't that great? Everything comes together quite nicely here. Yeah, I mean, with all of that going on, you have to finish the game. Either that or there will be serious consequences for this town.
Where's the Save-A-Lot?
Monroe and Elm.
The Episcopal Church.
No, it's not a church anymore. Now it's a speedy bird. Or at least it was. I don't know what's left of it. People in this town are going local.
Judy!
Ah, they're passing the game around, okay. And what is Peter planning on doing here? Ah, okay. Well, the good thing is that he can only walk. You know, walk speed. Ooh! God! Afraid, Van Pelt? Coward. Well, in the real world, this would have just broken straight through his shins. He got lucky, I guess.
Stop your cringing, woman. I could have shot you at any moment.
Then why didn't you?
You didn't roll the dice. Alan did.
There it is, there it is, there it is.
I mean, he might be a psychopath, but he is a psychopath who plays by the rules of this game. Yeah, he's not going to stop. Well, he should be dead by now. We all got very lucky. Yeah.
You don't cry, all right? You keep your chin up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, keep your chin up.
Yeah, he's as good as a father as his own father.
You have a problem? You face it like a man.
Uh-huh. You see the problem here, Alan. See the big problem.
26 years buried in the deepest, darkest jungle, and I still became my father.
Yeah, maybe that is why you became your father. You know, pretty bitter about everything, huh?
Do you have children? A boy and a girl?
Oh my God, what happened?
Get in, I'll explain it all on the
A lot. Yeah, about that ride, I guess you won't have that ride now. Yeah. Uh-huh. Goodbye, car. You did a very good job.
Fine! Take it!
Well, now you have more time to explain it to her. See the positive side of things.
We get to higher ground! Okay! Come on!
Or just open a door. Maybe that will help. Oh no. We've got crocodiles. Oh. Well, yeah, it never ends with this game.
Please. Probably nothing. They probably left the TV on too loud.
Yes, of course. And the shower also running. Oh no. The current is too strong. And there goes the crocodile. They will never get to that house. I mean, wouldn't it really be better to, you know, have all these catastrophes happen one at a time? And not one at a time, but at the same time, you know, just roll the dice like crazy.
Alan, you wrestled an alligator for me.
Yeah, you did.
It's a crocodile. Alligators don't have that little fringe on the hind leg. Come on.
And that was important. Yeah. Well, he never learned to be, you know, romantic, really. I mean, he was in the jungle for 26 years, so there was basically no room for anything like that, I imagine.
Grab on!
Whoa! Okay, I got it. Whoa!
Something more sturdy, please. Okay, that can also go.
Oh, good!
But yeah, she did the right thing, I imagine.
Oh, I got you. Sometimes you must go back a turn.
What does that mean now? Exactly.
Oh, did I hurt you?
Oh, shit. Uh-huh.
That was very quick thinking. Sarah and I would like to get out of the floor. So it's your turn, Peter.
Yeah. That is exactly what I thought, you know. This only stays aggressive until the next turn. If you are not Van Pelt, basically, but okay.
Need a hand. While you just wait. We'll help you out. We each have 8.
An octopus? Fucking spiders! Ah, no. Why? Spiders. Okay, now everything comes together. I imagine we're getting closer to the climax of the movie. Aww. Uh-huh. Exactly. I was about to say. Use the axe to get the axe in the woodshed. Oh no! And the fucking plant is... Oh no! Ah! Ah, okay, what's happening now? To her? Ah, damn it!
You're almost there with much at stake.
Oh no!
The ground begins to quake.
Okay, an earthquake! That is exactly what we needed.
Oh my God!
That's going to help, yeah. Whose turn is it now? Is it Alan's turn? Probably. Alan's or Judy's? Ah. Ow. But here you see the 26 years in the jungle.
What's in your hand? Drop it.
Exactly. Drop it. Does it count still?
Good lad. You're finally acting like a man. Any last words?
He won't need them. Yay! Finally! Ooh. Well, as close as it gets. But they made it. Come on, hit him! Oh, like that. Aha! Okay, as I thought. Everything back the way it was when they started to play. But does that mean that they have 26 years? You know, they lived 26 years in their mind?
Hey, I thought you told me you were never going to talk to me again.
Well, he did not talk to you for 26 years. That is enough. Well, but I mean, it's pretty hard, you know. You had to have, you know, experienced all of this in your mind. Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess that will be absolutely bulletproof and will be never found by anyone.
Well, actually, Martha and I were thinking of taking a little skiing holiday up in the Canadian Rockies.
No!
Yeah, you don't do that. No. And here we go again. Yeah, of course. Who would have thought that this would not really work? Alright, that was the original Jumanji movie from 1995. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It is just what I kinda expected, you know, a very fun action-adventure fantasy movie with, of course, Robin Williams, once again brilliant. A very neat story, very nice concept, really. The effects were nice. Of course, 1995, you can't expect too much, but they had some very nice practical effects in there. The CGI was ranging from pretty good to not so much. You know, the monkeys looked pretty, pretty strange, but as I said, 1995, you can't expect too much there. And overall, it just has this very 90s feeling to it, 90s feeling of movies. That is just something you can't really explain. You know, you've got 80s movies and 90s movies, and if you watch them, you get the feeling. And yeah, it's nothing you can really explain, but you know, it's just the feeling of it all. And I would say this movie has this feeling quite a lot. And yeah, as I said, very enjoyable, very entertaining. A lot of also very tense moments, you know, the working against the clock basically in the end when everything came together. You know, the quicksand, the spiders, the earthquake, fun pelt there. And then with this very nice overarching storyline with Alan finding the game the boys buried 100 years ago, starting to play with Sarah. Then 26 years later, Judy and Peter find the game, start playing. Alan comes back, they get Sarah to play again, and all of this unravels, and in the end everything goes back the way it was. We go back to 1969, Sarah and Peter have this knowledge, they did not forget it, it was all in their heads, and then, you know, also 26 years later, the parents are still alive, not only the parents of Judy and Peter, but also Alan's parents. That is very nice. And, you know, they're meeting Judy and Peter again. That was a very, very good, very nice overarching story. And just how they went there, then went back, and then went there again. That was pretty cool. But one thing I have to think about, you know, how crazy must it be to, you know, have all of this in your head, you know, to have experienced all of this. I mean, you are an old soul in a young body, really. I mean, I couldn't imagine how it would be if I'm 27 years old now, but if I go back, you know, if I would imagine, you know, go back even 15 years when I was, and, you know, but with everything I know, with everything I witnessed, with everything I experienced, and, you know, just the person I am now in my body as 11-year-old, I just can't really think about this, how it would be. I mean, that is a very crazy concept, really. Of course, for them, it worked out perfectly fine, but, I mean, it is a very family-friendly, a very, you know, just a very entertaining movie. But that is definitely a concept that has a lot of potential to be, you know, explored. And probably it already is explored, or somebody already made movies and shows out of it. But I don't really know. If you know a movie that deals with this concept, you can of course write it down in the comments. I'm very interested in that. But yeah, that movie, Jumanji, very entertaining, a nice movie, very cool to watch. Robin Williams, always great. Nice effects, the concept great. And yeah, I am very excited or very eager to now watch the newer ones, you know, the new Jumanji movies, because I know it's different. I think it has more to do with, you know, some kind of a video game. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this, how it is the same, how it is different. I guess more is different than it stayed the same, but that is definitely something I'm looking forward to do, you know, watch the newer Jumanji movies, or at least the first one. And yeah, that was my reaction to the original Jumanji movie from 1995. I hope you liked it, of course. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, you know, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Also, if you like, follow me on Twitter, link is in the description. And apart from that, I can only say have a nice day, stay safe, and I see you in the next video.